everybody.
Yay!
Happy Friday. Hey, Jeanette. Everybody, we're back
Hey.
having fun with Jeanette and Jenny, our 10th show.
10.
So 10. I only have 10 fingers, so I'm going to have to start bringing out the toes pretty soon.
So, no. You do like this, and then I'll go like that.
Okay. So, everybody, we had a special guest. We are still working on her. We're not going to say who she is because if we can get her on the show, we're working technical difficulties right now. But if not, we're going to have her next week. So we're going to move on. This is a live show, everybody. So, anything can happen on a live show. I've already changed my shirt. Jeanette's been behind the scenes trying to get our gal on. And I had a little glitch on the switch over because I was trying to watch for her. and I missed my cue. So you're going to see our...
trying right now to get on. You think we should add it to the stage?
But I don't think it's going to happen. But we're going to keep an eye out for her. The worst case scenario, we could at least introduce her and then have her back next week for her full show. She's a very interesting crafter.
So you think I should add her on?
I don't think she'll come up. She's still kind of blurry.
You want me to add her?
Can you chat with her?
No, because I don't have an adder to the stage. Let me see. We can add her and see if she comes on. If not, nope, she got off. She got kicked boot.
No, she just
okay. Off. Yeah, and it's one of the things that we love because I told her, remember I said, one thing I love about our show is that it's real. And one of the things that people deal with is the fact that technology, okay? If you have technology issues and stuff like that, it's very hard for the people to see you. And we as much as we have it together with this technology, just a few minutes ago my Mac went berserk. It just crashed, and that's unusual for a Mac. So and then you say you had your technical, and right now I'm noticing that we're freezing on and off, and you call it what, the Mercury? What did you say about it?
It's called a Mercury retrograde. And for those who believe in the astral stars and what happens with the planets, we're having the solar eclipse on Monday. And so everybody's kind of up, they don't know what's going to happen. It's probably going to be like the 2000 when we switched from 1999 to 2000. Everybody thought the world was going to end.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're in Texas.
You know what I did that day? Talking about it, just real quick, for the year 2000, I filled up both of my bathtubs with water. And we had, like, people were cashing in, and I was in shock of some ministers out there that they were literally taking advantage of people, telling them to buy this survival kit. I don't know if you remember that they were selling these survival kits for like hundreds of dollars. And I'm like, seriously, I never paid attention. And, it was a shock for everybody when life just kept on.
It just kept going.
It just kept on. Nothing. The computers didn't do nothing.
The only
was no crashes.
Nothing. The only thing that people are worried about here, because the eclipse is going to be best seen at a very small town called Kerrville. It's east of San Antonio. I'm sorry, west of San Antonio. It's a little tiny town. Their claim to fame is the airplane Mooney companies there, and it's a very rural area. But 100,000 people are expected to come view the eclipse.
I know. And people flying. People are flying all over the place to come and see this thing.
They're all coming to see it. So the only problems that I can foresee is traffic. It's a 2-way highway out there. It's not a big freeway out there. And all the little towns are probably got their T-shirts. I went to Kerrville and I only got this T-shirt. I didn't see the eclipse. Something like that. But
I'll never get to see it because either I'm missing it or I don't have the right glasses, and then they clouds that day.
They're supposed to be cloudy, but people are still going to show up with their tinfoil hats,
Yeah.
their little ETs, phone home, phone home. So the Mercury retrograde is supposed to be a time. It happens often. Doesn't happen all the time every month, but it happens often. This happens to be a very long one. Usually there are 2 or 3 days. This one is like through the 25th. And so all electronic equipment gets screwed up.
And like freezing and things
like freezing and crashing. And so we're going to blame this on the Mercury retrograde, guys.
It's 3 days away, so it's Wednesday. I'm glad I'm not doing no shows on Wednesday because then everything will fall back. Look, I'm right here itching. I don't know what's wrong with this shirt, but
what'd you wash it with? Did your husband do the laundry?
Yeah,
my husband does the laundry, guys.
I don't know if there's a little bit of there's something that's poking me. Yeah, and something that's poking me, but it's okay. But anyway, well, so
if
let's
you go like this, all of a sudden, I'll be like. So I know my husband does our laundry, and
yeah, mine too.
Okay, so my husband is 6'6", and if you ever watch, I hope he's not home. There's a show.
It's gonna be on air.
There's a show that the Munsters did where Herman's doing the laundry, and you see him, and he's such a cutie when he's doing the laundry, and he's got these giant paws, and he's putting all these, and so I can't complain because if he folds it, okay, I'm okay. Look, I'm okay if someone wants to do my laundry, whatever, I don't care. I'm good with it.
Look, my husband does the laundry too, and he also folds it, and he also puts it away.
See, we got a couple of good guys.
Yeah, we do. We got a couple of good guys, and
but I'm not itchy, so maybe he put something in a little special for you there.
You are funny, but I feel like maybe when I work with resin, if you get it on your clothes, it'll make that part hard. I think that's what it is because I'm feeling it right here, and it's kind of itchy, and I'm trying to put it on my bra so it won't hit my skin. And anyway, I'm telling you, anything is possible in this show. We just say it like it is. There's no, like I am always saying, what do I always say? Everything is real except my hair. Exactly.
Well, but we had a show, and we had it kind of course, we don't plan, as Jeanette says, we don't plan. But actually, you got to make lemonade out of those lemons. Mm-hmm. So we were sitting here discussing, okay, what now, boo-boo? So we're going to take this opportunity, we thought, to talk to y'all crafters, makers, artisans, anyone who creates objects for their life or their livelihood or just for fun.
Yeah.
We know that some of you are going back to old school. These are all old school techniques: soap making, crocheting, but we're in the 21st century. I can't remember. We are in the 21st century, and
21st or 22nd.
21st. Please, I'm already old enough.
I don't know. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, because 20th century was before, when we were in the 1900s. Now we're 21st. Okay. Make sure, in order to really run an efficient business, we've got to embrace it. I know it's hard for some people. I know it's not always possible financially or just technologically speaking, but it's really important to make sure that it is part of your business plan. To be able to, we're doing more and more audio visual, not just, computer, you're on the other side and no one sees you. We're going to, you got to be put on camera. People got to connect you with your product. So that's one thing we're going to go over. And the second thing happened to me today, and it's just a reminder. Crafters, it's very important. And Jeanette's going to take it because she knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's really important. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be at the grocery store, you could be at the bank, you could be taking your kid to school, anything. If someone talks to you, talk just a little bit more to them, because that might be your next client. It might be your next
Mm-hmm.
contact. It might be your
Yep.
next connection. It might be someone who knows someone who knows someone.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And tell them what you do. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. I mean, I'm always, even I carry my cards. I carry my, one of the ideas is I carry my card holder, and I got my cards in there and I carry it in my purse. And one thing that I do is I like wearing my products. So when they say, "Oh, those are cute," and I go, "Oh, that's me. I make them." They're like, "Really? What else you do?" And then I give them a card and I tell them all about myself. And I am very extrovert. I am like, I will talk you to
Wow.
death. But Jen knows that's what I am. I know, right? I talk and I will talk, but I also listen. But when that opportunity sneaks in, like when they say, "What do you do for a living?" I'm like, "I'm glad you asked." That's it. I took over from there because they ain't getting a word in edgewise when you ask me, "What do you do for a living?" Because I first tell them, "Yeah, I'm a veteran. I'm a retired veteran because I'm proud of it. I did my 20 years." And then I tell them, and then I was 19 years as an ESOL teacher. So, those of you who ask what's ESOL, is English as a second language. And then I decided to take my hobby and I made it a business. A lot of people are taking their hobbies and making it a business, but I never thought in my life that I would have this opportunity that I'm having now. And I'm one that I will say, yes, try it. And if it goes for it, we're going for it. And like Jenny, she just came up, "I want to do this show." Okay, let's do it. I think she was more shocked at the fact that I didn't even ask what kind of show it was, what all this. I just say, "Okay, let's go, let's do it, let's do it." She's like,
Those people that are at the pool. There's two kinds of people at the pool. Well, there's three. There's the kind that's on a diving board and does the swan dive. I'm in. I'm in. And then there's the person that puts like the toe in, right? They got the little toe in. And then there's a person that says, "I'm not getting my hair wet. That's it." Jeanette's the diving off the board. She's going for it. And um, it's really important, because you're your best advocate. You're your best when people see you, and then they see your product. That's a connection. It's funny, we're talking about two totally opposing marketing things right now. We're talking about the internet, which is pretty much impersonal. And then we're talking about marketing yourself on a very personal level. So
yeah.
what Jeanette was saying is absolutely correct. If someone gives you the opportunity, do not be shy. You'll have your own style. You'll have your own way of doing it. Try to keep cards with you. If you can, have something available that shows what you do, and just make sure that they know when you leave, that they know what you do, because it's really important.
Yeah.
So we want our makers, our crafters, to be all a very rounded and comprehensive marketing attack for their business. And we want y'all to
Right.
remember that, 'cause it's so important. So
Yeah,
important.
and the thing is that in today's world, unfortunately, we have to be, because ever since, I can say that ever since COVID, video became the thing. People were selling things on video. I mean, when I first started, I started with another business, an MLM business, and I'm not gonna say the name. So me and my best friend, we were like always doing this video and showing the jewelry, and we would sell jewelry and all this and that, and we had to become comfortable, because if you're not comfortable and you don't have the right stuff, you can't sell what you have. From when that stopped, I found the beauty, and I taught myself. People, if you don't know what to do, I'm telling you, YouTube is YouTube University. Okay.
I know. Gotta
YouTube
Google it.
University has everything that you want to know. I mean, even things like, and also word of mouth, because we didn't know everything about the platform that we're on right now. And it took another person, but I wouldn't have had known that person if I wouldn't connect with them. So the platform that me and you met at, right? This
Yep.
platform, we went ahead and we um you know joined together, and I got to meet wonderful people that became real close to me, like Jen, and another person, like Catherine. And I mean, she does her own radio show, and she found me as well. And then you found me, and that's what I'm saying. We find people that are, even like, I met a lady, and that we're really close. Her name is Joyce, and I know she says that she's gonna go, oh, she mentioned my name, and she's really cool.
Hi,
And we've
Joyce.
I know, right? Joyce. And she found me, and she ordered from me, and she be saying this darn thing. She is one of my best OG customers, and she laughs, and I laugh with her, and we become close. But that's because we met each other through a platform. What I'm trying to say is that you got so many platforms out there to meet people, and when you do that, you keep in contact with them, but you got to have the technology, because if you don't got the technology, it's really hard to connect, and to get your name out there. You have to get your name out there. You have to really, um you know just present yourself, because this is all we have.
Right.
Unfortunately, this is all we have. And when COVID was with it, I recently, I'm not gonna say the star's name, but maybe I should, because she's the only one that, and during COVID, made an album with acoustics
Hmm.
and actually sold millions, and now has become a platinum. But she was the only one that thought outside the box. The only artist that said, I'm not
It's
gonna let COVID destroy me. I'm gonna
define
do.
you.
That's
Define.
right. Taylor Swift. There you go. I said the
Yeah,
name.
yeah. I mean, she's a phenom. Now,
Mm-hmm.
she probably has a great marketing team, and she probably pays them a lot of money, and she probably does have a lot of her own ideas. The way I look at it from a small business point of view
Mm-hmm.
is you always want to look at what the big dogs are doing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The big
Mm-hmm.
dogs are the R&D for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you have ever belonged to a larger company, or you worked for a company that was big, 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 um, you're going to find that there's two things they spend a lot of money on. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
product.
Mm-mm.
It's the marketing, and it's the research and development.
That's
So
right.
when you're a small business, all you're only working on your product, because that's your focus.
Mm-hmm.
But
As
we
a
need
crafter
people who,
too. That's
yes,
the main thing. As a crafter, we don't really show ourselves, and there's, we don't know,
we
we don't know.
our family likes it, our friends like it, and then
Mm-hmm.
when you have to wade out into the world of competing, putting your stuff up against other people's stuff, and you're an artist, and so we have temperaments that get hurt easy.
Mm-hmm.
We love our stuff, but if you don't love our stuff, it gets, we get all depressed, and we're like, oh, I'm never going to do that again. I
Right,
quit. I'm
right.
not going to do it anymore. Um,
Yeah.
and we've all had rejection, and we've all had mistakes with a product that we're making.
Right. Yeah.
Um, and we've all had these things. But the two things that we're juxtaposing each other today are um, not so personal marketing and personal marketing. And they're both important. If I have walked down the street with cards, and I've handed them to people for my books. They have little kids,
Mm-hmm.
if they have little kids, and I keep some of the books. I told Jeanette the story. I ordered books from a vanity publisher, it cost me a lot of money, and they screwed it up. And so I ended up with 500 books that I can't sell, or I don't want to sell, because I don't think that I should have people pay for something that I'm not happy with. And so what I
Mm-hmm.
do is I give it to them as a book. I just say, hey, these are my books. This is just a practice book, but this is kind of what it's like. And I give the kid a book. So I always try to think of ways outside of the box to get people to know my name. Find
Mm-hmm.
your niche, ladies. Find
Yeah.
a niche.
And it is a niche. Find, one thing that really helps me too, and I'm always bringing it up, is vending events. Vending events really help. And find the ones that are, if you're just starting out, there are ones that are less than $25. Like, for instance, I'm in the Mansfield, and I'm going to give this group a shout out because they're wonderful. And it's called the Mansfield Farmers and Cottage on Mansfield in Mansfield, Texas. They're starting April this month. They will have every Saturday. They have vending events. Unfortunately, because I'm moving, I won't be part of it. But I'm gonna tell you, when I was there last year, I made a commitment. Every Saturday, I made it, and I sold. And people got to know me, and I got to meet wonderful other crafters, and I got to meet so many people. And they are out there on Saturdays from 8 to 12, and just go and support them. These are small businesses, and one of them is a Guinness World Book Record. She's a Guinness Book World Record, and she's going to be on our show, and I can't wait to have her on. She's going to, and she's also Miss Mansfield.
Oh,
Now she became
Miss
Mansfield. We're gonna have a whole queen up in here. You know what I'm saying?
We are a classy show. We got glamour.
But what I'm trying to say is that these crafters really, they are out there. I'm out there, and my name got known, my business grew, and it was fantastic. And you have to find your area. I know a lot of people are like, not scared, but they're a little bit hesitant to go out there, and it could be scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I set up, unless it was regular, but every time I went to a new place and I set up, I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? But you know what? It didn't stop me. It didn't stop me.
The rejection. So if you,
yes.
people, and you're like, hey, and they're like, I don't want any. I do that myself. I have to totally disappoint all of the Girl Scouts. Okay, I can't eat the cookies. I'm sorry. I can't just eat one. I gotta eat the whole box. So,
I love the chocolate mint. I be in those boxes, boy.
Every spring, I'm like, okay, I start my diet, and there they are. And I always send out the cutest little brownie. Like, she's 5 years old. She got no teeth. Excuse me, lady. Would you like to buy some peanut butter cookies? I'm like, no.
Baby.
I said, girl, I'll give you $5 to go away, okay? Because I don't want any.
I've seen people do that. Like, they say, I can't buy your cookies, but here's $5. Have a nice day.
Look at their technique. Girl Scouts have been doing this for a long time. They plop themselves out in front of the market, right?
Yes.
And they send out the cutest. How can you say no to a 5-year-old that doesn't have any teeth in the front, right?
Oh my gosh.
So, even the girls are working it. So they're the way that you work your business, you can do one or the other. It's best to do both. Mm-hmm. Have a presence online. Mm-hmm. Make sure your technology is as best as you can make it. Mm-hmm. Beg, borrow, or steal. Ask a friend to help you. If you can't do your own filming, take them to lunch and say, look, can I please take you to lunch? And you take some short videos of me. By the way, ladies, the newest thing is shorts. Not shorts you wear, but short videos.
Video shorts. And I'm telling you, shorts. I've seen like my daughter. Have you seen it? She has made this video where she's packing her little bags, her special little bags. And it is just, I can look at it over and over and over again. And it's only about 15, 30 seconds, something like that. I mean, she's grabbing her materials, and the noise itself is so calming. I don't know. I'm like, how did you do that video? I'm always learning. I always ask my high school kids, my students, I say, how do you do this? I have a lot of them on Snap. And I'm like, how do you do? I can't even learn how to text on Snap. That's so sad. The only thing I use Snap for is for filters. I'll be like, And I like, and people be doing videos and everything. I'm like, how do they do that? How do they do that video? I'm always asking because it's like it's there. That's where they're all at.
The kids got it down.
Man.
My grandson is 15. He started drawing cartoons. My other son's an artist too, but my grandson started his own YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. He's got like 10,000 views, and they're funny. I mean, they're funny. They're shorts though. They're, you know, and he goes, that's okay, Grandma. He goes, I'm going to tell all my followers to follow you. I'm like, thanks, kid. You know, and then he's like, Grandma, you got to do shorts. All the people are looking at shorts because our attention span is got to the point where people just want to go bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Then once you know them, you know, then you'll mix it up and do a little bit longer video or whatever you're doing. But get some shorts. We might do a show on that. See if we can show you all how to do it. There's a couple of companies like CapCut that you literally load your video and you can cut it and you can add the text to it and music, and that's what they're doing. The platforms.
Sarah just wrote to us. Yeah, no, Sarah just wrote to us and she says there are a million ways to network. 100% agree. So yeah, they're agreeing with us. You know, the thing is that you don't want to be in a bubble. So if you're ladies, if you're on Facebook, that's wonderful. Facebook is trending older. So if you're a young mother and you're making baby items, Facebook may not be the best place for you. You should have a presence there, but you should be doing Pinterest or Instagram. If you've got another product to sell, I know people don't always like TikTok, but that's where the younger kids are going. So this is part of blowing your niche. But don't network to each other. Like, don't be Lucy and Ethel at the dress store where you're selling each other a dress, right? You want to be. There's a Lucy show for everything. I'm telling you, everything in your life is covered by a Lucy show. But that is true. It's true.
It's true. And it's good to have a pal, a friend, someone you can commiserate with. But if you've got 6,000 followers on your Facebook page, but you don't have any sales, or you don't have a group of emails that you're getting, that you're nurturing, so that you can contact them when you're doing other sales or a new product, you've got to realize that 6,000 followers are not customers. They're not clients. So keep your Facebook there. Make sure we'll talk about websites as well. But make sure that you're opening up your marketing. So don't just go to Target. Hit all the stores that you can, and always be an ambassador. Jeanette and I are ambassadorettes for crafters, for women, small businesses, for anything to do with buying local. So be that ambassador as well. If you can't help that person, say, you know what, I got a girlfriend and she makes the most marvelous resin things. I've already told everybody that, Jeanette. I'm like, she does the coolest things. So you want to make sure that you're not just covering your own, that you're going to refer. Referrals are the best, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, because I never talk about my stuff. I am always talking about other people. Like Sarah's one of them that I talk. She is like the best person to talk to. Brittany, that's another one that she is absolutely amazing. And oh my gosh, she is fabulous. If y'all don't know her, she owns bizstorming.net. you want to go ahead and give her a shout out, this woman will help you. I mean, that whole community is a little community that she has. And let me tell you, we are marvelous together. And it's just something I always brag about you and your books and your Milo books. And I still have the picture you send me. And I'm going, look, and I'm always thinking about you when I meet into a kid. I'm like, oh, here's a book. You know that there's an author. I'm glad that I can say, I know an author that writes children's books. And they're like, really? And, so I never talk about myself. And that's something that I'm still learning, because in this community, I tell you, the Brittany community, they've gotten me out of my shell. I never talk about myself. It's like,
it's really important to put yourself in the conversation and make sure that and a lot of times, you know what, when you're kind to people and when you talk to them about them, they'll ask you like, so what do you do? And then the door opens and you can say, this is what I do. And everything comes back. I don't want to say karma in a way, but you give and take things, it ebbs and flows. The right people will be put in your path. And Jeanette and I truly believe this. That's one of the reasons why we do the show. And we've met, and we're going to continue to meet such marvelous, interesting individuals who are all part of our fabric of our communities. But make sure that you're a part of the community.
Hey, it's 32 minutes. I'm telling you, when it's just me and you, we can pass to me.
This is why we need another show, people. We got lots to say.
We can. I know we got a lot to say. But listen, I'm gonna read you real quick the word of the day.
Word of the day.
God is saying to you today, I know you've been in a difficult season. Hold on, change is coming. I've heard your prayers. I'm making a way for you. You've been through so much, but you're still here. You're gonna make it. So that is the word of the day, okay? So that's your encouragement of the day, because, he knows what you're going through, and it's going to be okay. So until next week, and we are so sorry that our guest couldn't be here for technical difficulty, but, we'll get her on next week. All right. So go ahead. Take it away, Jenny.
All right.